rappers. If I send the dressers, they gon' come in straight.
What it is, it's your boys Deuce, Teddy, and LaQuil, reporting with the facts, opinions, and BS straight from the top of the key. What's good? What's good?
What's up, y'all?
See, you know, we chilling like a villain, Bob Dylan.
What's up?
See, you know.
That's the face. That's the face I made after everything that went down.
It's been a good week. It's been a good trade deadline.
It's been crazy.
Hey, I done seen
One for the
crazy trades, but like I've said for years, the NBA needs its own reality TV series because it was dramatic. It was dramatic.
Before we get into all of that, let's talk about them placements. Officially, Kevin Durant out, Steph Curry out,
Zion
is out officially. The All-Star game this year, 2023. Got some solid replacement pieces coming
and
up.
you know, I like to you know what, I'm gonna pat myself on the back, give my man Quill a high five. We pretty much called it. De'Aaron Fox is a replacement. Who else they got out
Much
there?
deserved.
Ant's
Much
a
deserved.
replacement. And then
And
Siakam the other replacement. And I think that's what Quell was struggling when he was trying to find his last replacement. Because honestly, you know, Quell was content without having a replacement. He felt like his squad had it. So, you know, if he ain't feel like that, I guarantee he bout would have picked Siakam. But to really go to catch two of those three, that show you we really know what we be doing, boy. We know what we be doing. You know, so now it's just we gotta see how them captains pick them teams. And I think having people like Zion and Steph Curry and Durant out is gonna kind of tweak it a bit, because I know for a fact if Steph Curry was able to play, LeBron would pick him first. That's hands down. So the fact Steph Curry ain't able to play, LeBron may end up picking like Dame first instead. So, but we'll see how that rock out. But hey, congratulations to them boys. It's much deserved.
Yeah, they've been hooping this year. So I feel that Siakam was the one that I struggled with because, you know, the Raptors in the East, the All-Stars are pretty much the All-Stars. So finding a replacement, it's like everybody on that next level, they all kind of playing good. So Siakam was a good pick.
I think in the East, you have a lot of good talent, but they're not necessarily superstars. Like, you don't look at Siakam and say that's a superstar, but you know he's a hell of a player. And it's kind of like, even if you look at Middleton, you don't quite look at Middleton and say superstar, but he's a hell of a player. Jimmy Butler, you don't quite say he's a superstar. So the East has a plethora of them.
That next tier of player,
yeah.
Zach LaVine.
Yeah. But I can see people kind of trying to give him more of a superstar label because of his highlight reel. But yeah, he not a superstar.
His highlight reel was from 2016.
Ain't nobody forgot though.
But they ain't forget because he snubbed AG.
Nah, you can't say he snubbed him. That was an amazing dunk contest. That was an amazing dunk contest.
That day, though. I was looking at that.
The snub
TikTok
for AG
the other day
was when Derrick Jones Jr. beat him. And Derrick Jones Jr. showed you a million ways to dunk between your legs. Like, that's all he did. Between the legs from behind, between the legs from the side, between both legs, between the right leg first, between the left leg. That's all he did. That was the snub. When you lose to good competition, you just lost to good competition. Because Zach LaVine was very much like, that was one of the greatest dunk contests I've ever seen.
By far, it's the greatest dunk contest ever.
Because
they better than Vince Carter, but
they did not disappoint in that dunk contest. So if any year there was a draw, that could have been the year. Not the year recently where we actually had a draw. Like,
I don't know what's going on in that either. But I think Zach LaVine, just a small tidbit on Zach LaVine, everybody knows how good he's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Athletic wise, his shooting ability, his ability to handle the ball, get in and out of breaks, he's a slasher. But him putting it all together and actually being the every night player that we know he should be in the NBA is what takes him from being a superstar to right now. He's the first, second option. He's the first, second option because DeRozan is more consistent every night than him. So, and even we don't consider DeRozan a superstar. Zach should be that guy.
DeRozan had an amazing start to the season, and I think around the 12th game, I ain't seen nothing out of him. Even like last night, I think he ended like between 14 and 18 points, and I'm just like, what?
What I'm saying,
Yeah.
Wasn't that 2 years ago when he was on that?
Last year.
That was last year.
He was on that
Last year.
His
First
historic run or something. Like
his first year on the Bulls, his first year playing a position at the 4, that boy was balling.
Yeah.
And you see glimpses of that, but it's far and few in between this year.
Struggling.
They're just not aggressive. Neither one of them. They're not. They like, you think Kawhi and Paul George passive. They way more passive than Kawhi and Paul George. Like, at least they're gonna try to go get you 40. DeRozan don't shoot the ball to the fourth quarter. Like, that's the only one thing. I'm the best fourth quarter scorer. Yeah, but you ended with 14. The 14 you scored in the fourth.
What about the other 3 quarters?
Right. You only end with what you scored in the fourth. That don't matter.
Get it together, Bulls. All right.
What we at next?
We talking about the stars sitting in competitive games. You know, us regular folks, we spend our hard-earned money to see these boys come out and play. It's more than just basketball. Wasn't that they slogan a few years ago? You can't see these boys play.
See, now what you see is you'll see stars sitting back-to-backs. You'll see stars sitting when they playing a team that's one of the worst teams in the league. But what grinds my gears the most is when stars duck the smoke. When they know they going against a legit team and they don't play. And y'all heard me, I think it was early last week when I was complaining when LeBron and AD set the game versus the Nets and then played versus the Knicks. And I'm like, I would have rather seen you play against the Nets. Then you see again LeBron James after, congratulations to my man. After he broke their record, you see him sitting against the Bucks. We want to see that game. We want to see you go against Giannis. We want to see you go against your low-key successor, your potential successor. That's what we want to see, but you duck the smoke. And then even like nights, and like tonight, Kawhi doesn't play. Who the Clippers played? The Kawhi doesn't play against Giannis. So not only did we see LeBron duck the smoke, in my eyes, from Giannis, Kawhi turns around and does the same thing tonight. And that wasn't a back-to-back. You ain't played for like 2 days. So why aren't you playing tonight? Now, let's see if y'all play the Magic on Sunday and you play. I'm not buying that you was injured, bro. I'm buying that you ducking the smoke. And I ain't with that. What you say, Quill?
Overall, I think that the NBA shifted during that LeBron run with the Heat. And it became only about championships. It became only about the NBA and how many championships you got. He's 6-0, you 4-6. When that became his narrative, when that became the NBA's narrative, everybody only care about the playoffs now. Every team only care about winning a championship. This trade deadline is an indication that it's only about winning a championship now. Your regular season, no one cares anymore. No one cares about playing 82 games and playing 13 seasons in the NBA like they did in the 90s. No one cares about getting hurt because you want to play every game. The only thing that they hanging your whole legacy on now, Durant included, Kyrie, they hanging your whole legacy on winning championships. Luka don't win a championship, we're not going to consider him a great. No matter what his numbers are. We're only always, the reason we even consider Steph. Steph don't win a championship, he's a great shooter. 30 points a game, 27 points a game, he's a great shooter. He a two-time MVP. He's Steve Nash. But even then, they was talking about his finals MVP. No matter how great he was, the narrative is win championships. So now you got these players, Kawhi, LeBron, the regular season, they'll spurs this thing on out. Even now, I only talk about, we ain't worried about nothing but the playoffs. We just get into the playoffs. That's all they worried about. That's all the teams worried about. In these games like this, where they should be playing each other, it should be matchups, it should be juggernaut versus juggernaut. Let's see where we stand. They'll walk away from that in a second. They'll be in street clothes in a second watching their team out there getting smacked by 30. So it's a different shift in the NBA based on that. A lot of them, based on the fact that all these teams want to do is win championships now.
I blame Kawhi and I blame AD because Kawhi's mentality and AD's reality. When you put those together, you got a bunch of street clothes. You know what I'm saying? A bunch of street clothes. It's crazy. Like, and you look at teams like the Lakers can't afford to lose games. And I'm gonna keep saying that whether you agree or disagree, because if you look at all the teams, if you put the Lakers and the Warriors, right? The Warriors are going to win more games than the Lakers. So by virtue, they can afford to lose some of these games because they know at any point in time we can kick it into gear and actually get these wins. The Lakers haven't been, they couldn't do it last year. They can't do it this year. And health is a big piece to it. And then they just don't have the chemistry. They don't have the continuity. So when you already struggling keeping your healthy pieces up there, the next thing you rely on is how well do I know you? So we could take it back to when you went from that surgery, you know, pre-surgery to post-surgery. I dropped that pass post-surgery, and I'm like, damn, Jay can't get to that no more. You know what I'm saying? That chemistry's a little thrown off. Now imagine if you were an entirely different person. It's all the way out the window. So hey, embrace the smoke. If you really trying to get to that playoff, the way you get there is by playing those 82 games, because that's when you learn each other's play style. That's how you learn. By the time y'all get to the playoffs, y'all to end up playing 13 games together. And you wondering why.
It's like that with a lot of teams that be going to the playoffs. They've only had the starting unit for 14 games this season, and half of them not even because they was injured. They was just sitting.
Hey, you playing tonight? You are? Cool. I'm gonna sit this one out, bro. You got it.
Yeah, you got it.
That's what they be doing.
And then LeBron, like you said with the Lakers, LeBron ain't 6 years ago LeBron. We're just having LeBron on your team gonna get you 12 more wins.
Nah.
He can go out there and go grab you 10 wins by himself.
He don't look dominant like that. He don't look dominant
that ain't
He's good. Don't get me mistaken, but he don't look dominant like that.
Yeah, LeBron used to be able to go 16 possessions straight. Yeah, up and down the floor running. LeBron don't go 16 possessions straight. He's not making.
I mean, hell, if you even look at a few games ago
in the defense,
they was talking about AD walking back down the court. They like, look at AD on both ends of the court. You know what I'm saying? So he ain't even got it like that. But I do want to comment on something you said. I think Luka. I think he would still go down as a great because there's certain greatness that, regardless of a championship or not, like Charles Barkley.
Like Westbrook gonna go down in the Hall of Fame.
He will, but I think these seasons on the Lakers is what kind of tarnished Westbrook's legitimacy. Like you look at these seasons on the Lakers, a lot of people forget what he did. It's like weird. Like 4 seasons averaging a triple-double, and even before that, he was still top notch. But a lot of people forget that.
People wanted to dislike Westbrook too, though. Even since back on the Thunder, the way that he plays, his productivity made it undeniable to where you had to play him. But when he got to the Lakers, Yeah, it got to the Lakers and they changed how he had his production, his usage rate, his shooting, where he's shooting the ball from.
Yeah,
You take 2 seasons as opposed to what, 14 in the league,
yeah.
13 in the league. You take another 13, and their 2 seasons should not, even though it should not
That's
change what
but
Russell
that's what
Westbrook
happens.
done the
That's what
other
happens.
12 years of his career.
I would
So,
say what Russell
like
Westbrook.
Dwight Howard, like not being on the 75 list because
Yeah,
of what y'all seen the last couple of years. And that media shit. It's like, wait a minute, Dwight Howard, one of the most dominant players in it, he should be on that. Stop thinking about Lakers, Wizards, Dwight Howard. What
Lakers,
about the 20 and
Wizards,
16
Rockets.
three-time defensive player of the year, Dwight Howard?
But I think
That's
the
a whole different.
difference. I think the difference between that is if you take all the years he was on the Magic,
Mhm.
and then the years he was on all the other teams, the 76ers, the Lakers 2 times, the
Mhm.
Rockets, and then
Even on the
whatever.
Lakers, when he was with Kobe, he averaged 24 and 12.
Yeah, for some reason,
The
it's just
narrative, that's what I'm saying.
nah.
Everyone's narrative, your narrative of a player can change what they actually did on the floor.
Yeah,
Like even with Kwame Brown was like, bro, I played 16 years in the league. You would think Kwame Brown
Adam
was in and out.
Morrison.
The way the narrative, Adam, you'll think the narrative was these players couldn't play. Why I stayed 16 years in the league? You know what I'm saying? They not just giving out. I know a bunch of players that they thought was great. They was out 6 years in, 5 years in. Can't hear from them no more. Can't
Yeah,
get a call.
you'd be
So
wondering like, where he go?
OJ Mayo.
Well, we
And
know what happened to
Morrison.
OJ.
Well,
We know what
know
happened to
why.
OJ Mayo.
I'm gonna smoke, bro. I'm gonna do what I gotta do.
Larry Sanders. Well, Larry Sanders, he left. OJ Mayo got kicked out.
Let's get in that trade talk, that trade talk. Let's get in that trade talk, that trade talk.
Man, I feel like this is probably one of the most memorable deadline trades in recent years. Kind of crazy, very entertaining. Like they treated these people like they were straight property. These NBA team owners was throwing these guys around like Pokemon cards. These is human beings. The way y'all trading these dudes is y'all think they sitting at the corner at that green thing.
Got to moving, baby. They got to
people.
moving, baby. Hey, they got to move in pieces for real. You right.
Y'all see memes of like John Morant just like passed out like he the cause all this because the West took
no
everybody.
Before. They came and got to smacking them. Now everybody over in the West.
Moving, boy.
So let's go on and get off into this. So you got we'll start at the top what they have right here. You got the
I will say
Sun.
this. I feel like every team won the trade. I feel like every team won in their trade, even the Nets. So go ahead.
Let's get into it. So you got a 4-team trade. You got the Suns, the Nets, the Bucks, and the Pacers. So you get the Suns got KD and TJ Warren. So we got another reunion. TJ Warren back on the Suns. The Nets received Mikal Bridges, Cameron Johnson, Juan Paulo Valette, and then they received a 2023 first-round pick, 2025 first-round pick, 2027 first-round pick, all from Phoenix, 2028 first-round pick swaps from Phoenix, 2028 second-round picks from Milwaukee, 2029 first-round picks from Phoenix, 2029 second-round picks from Milwaukee. So the Nets actually received Jay Crowder as well, but knowing that they had all those wing players, Jay Crowder, somebody was going to go somewhere else. Jay Crowder ends up getting sent to the Bucks. And then the Pacers got George Hill. You got another reunion. The Pacers got George Hill, but they also got Serge Ibaka and Jordan Noah. And then they got 3 future second-round picks from Milwaukee and cash considerations from the Bucks. So that's what we got on that one. Okay. Then you got the Clippers add Mason Plumlee. So the Clippers get Mason Plumlee, which is nice because they ain't have any size. Now I'm looking at it like, so who are you starting? Are you starting Zubac or Mason? Because Mason was putting up them numbers and he's athletic. Y'all battle it out, big.
How they give him up though?
That's crazy. And then you got the Hornets get Reggie Jackson. I don't really get why you're getting Reggie Jackson, but you got Reggie Jackson in 2028 second round pick. maybe because LaMelo can't stay in the game, or maybe you tired of running a small, Terry Rozier next to him. I don't know. But they got Reggie Jackson. So then you go to the
They
76ers.
probably thinking you know how Reggie showed up in the playoffs.
I think the Clippers was just trying to get rid of Reggie Jackson. But you got the next 14 trades: 76ers, Hornets, Blazers, and the Knicks. So the 76ers get Josh McDaniels, a 2024 second round pick from Charlotte, a 2029 second round pick from Portland. The Hornets get, man, I can't even pronounce that man's name. I'm calling him Svi, SVI, and then his last name just killing me. I can't even pronounce that.
I know
But he got
seen that.
2023 second round pick from Philly, 2027 second round pick from Portland, and then the Blazers got Cam Reddish, Matisse Thybulle, Ryan Arcidiano. That's why I'm gonna go with. My bad if I butcher your name, no disrespect.
Well,
It's
for the Blazers, baby.
2023
Blazers, baby.
First round pick from New York, and then the Knicks get Josh Hart. Now, I'm gonna say it's crazy that the Blazers got rid of Josh Hart because he was like arguably low key one of their leading rebounders. But I was talking about the Blazers getting. I was saying find a piece that you can put on a team and move Grant to the 3, but you just got you a 6'8" Cam Reddish that you could put at your 3. I say sufficient. I say sufficient.
And I feel like New York got better with Josh Hart because they don't have that grimy glue guy. They got a bunch of good stars. They gonna need a Gary Payton. They gonna need
if you
Josh
think
Hart.
about
they
it,
need a person that can go do that. They got a bunch of nice pieces, but they need that dog that just do all the other stuff.
It's weird that the 76ers got rid of their one true defender. That's weird, Thybulle, but they weren't really playing them. But I mean, all the Knicks really gave up. You got Cam Reddish, but they weren't even playing them, so it's not even a loss for them.
They wasn't playing Reddish. They won. They got a piece back. Everybody wanted. Everybody.
They're gonna play. They're gonna play.
I love it because Jaden McDaniels. Jaden McDaniels.
Where he come from?
From Hornets. From the Hornets. He going to the Sixers.
Yep.
The Sixers got better.
Yep.
Listen, I know Thybulle and Jaden McDaniels hoops, baby. Number 6 put that ball in the hoop.
Thybulle's like the worst version of what's his name? Cephalosha, but the one that came after Cephalosha.
I know Robertson.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But Cephalosha, he shot himself. Yeah. Or he got shot when he's in the club, one or the other. But then you got our next 3-team trade. You got the Clippers, the Rockets, and the Grizzlies. The Clippers receive Eric Gordon and then 3 second-round picks. The Rockets receive John Wall, Danny Green, and a protected pick swap from the Clippers. And the Grizzlies receive Luke Kennard. So crazy thing is, about a year or two ago, the Grizzlies got rid of Grayson Allen. Now you got another Grayson Allen-like feel with Luke Kennard. The funny thing is, John Wall finds himself back on the Rockets where he didn't want to be in the first place.
Where he didn't want to be because they didn't want to play. So
you can expect a buyout to happen there, and he probably gonna be out of the league because the fact he can't stay healthy, that's what's killing him.
He might as well go. That's the only reason. That's the only reason.
So you got the reunion
right now. He can go play for the Bulls.
So you got the reunion with John Wall, and then you got
keep
the
trying
reunion
to send everybody
Eric
to the
Gordon.
Bulls.
Eric Gordon reunion with the Clippers. Next, you got the Celtics acquired Muscala, and then the Thunder get Justin Jackson and 2 future second-round draft picks. So that's kind of like a little dry. You got Muscala 9 times out of 10. Y'all not even gonna play him. I'm gonna be honest with you. So I think he's in case somebody goes down, then maybe you'll play him. But when you got Al Horford, Blake Griffin, you got Kyle Lowry coming back, you got Grant Williams, Robert Williams.
Robert Williams. Yeah. Well, they call him Robertson.
All right, so then you got the Pelicans. You got the Pelicans-Spurs trade. The Pelicans gets Josh Richardson. The Spurs get Devontae Graham, 2024 second round, 2024, 2026, 2028, 2029 second round draft picks. I say, hey, good deal for Devontae Graham because they weren't playing you. You were talented. I feel like you could potentially make your way kind of like a what's the little buddy from the Cavaliers? Point guard.
Coro.
No.
You talking about Garland?
Yeah, I feel like you can kind of get yourself to that point given the opportunity, because you did have some highlight moments on the Hornets. But hopefully you get some playing minutes. Josh Richardson, I think you're a good piece coming off the bench. Nice little decent low-key two-way player. So now we get into another big team deal. 4 teams: the Pistons, the Warriors, the Pacers, the Blazers. So first, the Warriors trade James Wiseman to the Pistons. And what do they get? They get
You've
Kevin
been
Knox.
asking for this for the longest.
They get Kevin Knox, they get Sadiq Bey, and they get so then what do? They send Kevin Knox to the Blazers. So now the Blazers got Kevin Knox, and they got 5 future second-round picks. They send Sadiq Bey to the Hawks, and we've been talking about the Hawks beefing up. I think that is a great addition for the Hawks because he's aggressive, he's young, he's athletic. And when I saw him on the Wizards, I was really excited. I'm like, yeah, because you don't want to hit the game-winning shot on us. So go ahead and get your foes. But then the Warriors got rid of those and got 3 conditional future second-round picks from Atlanta, and then got Gary Payton II. We got another reunion. I said, thank you, Jesus. So now, instead of having to debate and compare and contrast Dante DiVincenzo and Gary Payton II, we have the best of
That's
both
crazy
worlds.
how we was talking about that
The day before.
Uh-huh.
But what's even more ironic, Gary Payton failed his physical, so that trade is now in jeopardy of falling through. So, more to follow on that one. Next, you got the Suns Thunder trade. So you got Darius Baisley going to the Suns. So the Suns trying to find a way to replace Mikal Bridges. And then you got the Thunder getting Dario Saric, which is kind of weird because Dario Saric just came back off an injury, was holding it down for the Suns. The Suns got more than enough big men. And then the Thunder get the 2022 second-round pick with cash considerations as well. And you got the Hawks and the Rockets. The Hawks get Bruno Fernando and Garrison Matthews. The Rockets get Justin Holiday, Frank Kaminsky, a 2024 and 2025 second-round pick. Then you got the Nuggets. So that's another 4-team trade. The Nuggets get Thomas Bryant from the Lakers. And you're like, man, so now the Lakers really ain't got size because Thomas Bryant wasn't even the biggest dude, but he was feisty enough. So the Nuggets get Thomas Bryant. The Lakers get Mo Bamba. Crazy, got you a 7-footer, true 7-foot out there. And he gonna throw them hands. And he gonna throw them hands. And then you get Davon Reed, and you get a second-round pick. The Clippers get Bones Highland. So I feel like Bones Highland on that team reminds me of Terrence Mann.
Shocker.
Terrence Mann. But you seen Bones Highland.
Yeah, that was a shocker to me.
You seen Terrence Mann. I mean, Bones Highland role reduce. Like, I was watching his role reduce to the point to where other people were coming off the bench balling, and I was like, I wonder how Bones Highland gonna respond. Is he gonna be a professional? And he was. He was showing them love. He like, we all on the same team. So, and then the Magic get Patrick Beverly, 2024 second-round pick from Denver, and cash considerations from LA.
That's weird too.
So now we're gonna get into one of these blockbuster trades.
Hey, them Lakers said, "Bump that man."
So the Lakers, this is 1, 2, 3, this 3-team trade. The Lakers receive D'Angelo Russell, reunion. So we're gonna call this trade deadline the reunion. You get D'Lo back to the Lakers, Mike Beasley on the Lakers, Jared Vanderbilt on the Lakers. The Timberwolves get Mike Conley, and then Nickeil Alexander-Walker, 2024, 2025, and 2026 second-round draft picks. And the Jazz receive Russell Westbrook, Juan Toscano-Anderson, Damian Jones, and 2027 first-round draft pick from the Lakers. So looking at that, I don't know what the Timberwolves were thinking.
They might have won the trade.
I don't know what the Timberwolves were thinking trading for Michael Conley. And you had D'Lo. And as you can see tonight, Michael Conley could not stand up with them young guys. And they got their ass whooped by the Grizzlies. But that trade right there, Jesus. Next, you got the Raptors. And we about done with it. The Raptors add Jakob Poeltl. I think that puts the Raptors back into that age when they had Valanciunas. That reminds me of when they used to have Valanciunas. Then you got the Spurs got Khem Birch, and then 2024 first round pick, 2023 and 2025 second round pick. Then you get the Kings get Kessler Edwards and cash considerations from the Nets, and the Nets draft rights to David Michinu. The Heat send Dedmon to the Spurs. The Heat get cash considerations. The Spurs get Dedmon, Dwayne Dedmon, 2028 second-round pick. Then you got the Mavericks. The Mavericks and the Nets. The Mavericks got Kyrie Irving and Markieff Morris. We know about that. The Nets get Spencer Dinwiddie, Dorian Finney-Smith, 2029 first-round draft pick, 2 future second-round draft picks. And I really think that's what kicked off. That's what really kicked off all this drama. And then you got the Lakers get Rui Hachimura. The Wizards get Kendrick Nunn, conditional 2028 second-round draft pick, 2029 second-round draft pick. And then you got the Celtics, future conditional second-round pick. And the Spurs get Noah Vonleh and cash considerations. So let's go ahead and we can talk about what we think about these trades. Which trade caught you off guard? All those trades, which one really caught you off guard?
The Nets.
The Nets?
No, Westbrook, because we knew they was trying to get rid of him. People been talking about.
Man, look, he said
getting
which
rid of
trade
him.
caught him off guard. He talking about him.
Yeah.
You knew he was going.
Westbrook, D'Lo. I ain't know he was going for no D'Lo.
Nah, I never knew. I ain't know who was gonna go for it.
I didn't know the Lakers was going to end looking like one of the best teams in the West. I didn't know that was going to happen. I didn't know you're going to get a 7-footer. You can move AD to the 4. LeBron can really play a traditional 3 now. I didn't know you're going to have a real point guard out there on your bench. You got Jared Vanderbilt. You know what I'm saying? You added Malik Beasley on your bench. I didn't know you're going to go get some veterans and some starters too. I didn't know that was going. I thought the Lakers was going to try to move Westbrook, get some picks, buy out of some stuff, and be a bad team still. They kind of stuffed their team a little bit.
Okay. And you say the Nets. What Nets trade shocked you, Teddy?
KD.
Oh, yeah.
Because KD just said in some interviews they were saying that he was cool, like at least rocking out the rest of the season.
Yeah.
Like he was cool rocking out the rest of the season. And they a good team. They was a good team this year. They was number 1 at one point, number 2.
Yeah.
Like you got rid of all that fun guy that was on your team, got rid of the bad teammate in Kyrie and all of that, and y'all was ready to try to make a push. You playoff bound, you're gonna make a push, and then that, shocker.
I definitely say that was one of the most. I'm just like, damn, because it ain't even the fact you got traded. Like that was a shock within itself, but where you went, one of the teams that was considering Kyrie, you went to that team with a Chris Paul and a Devin Booker.
It don't make no sense.
It make perfect, but not even just that. The fact that the Suns gave away Cam Johnson, Mikal Bridges,
they gave away so much.
You knew they was getting rid of Jay Crowder.
That's why they kept him, because they knew they were gonna get something for him. That's why they kept him all year. But that don't make sense. You give away all that. They so top heavy right now. They starting lineup is so top heavy.
You gotta. But that's what they need. When you playing 8 people in the playoffs, and your 8 consists of Devin Booker, DeAndre Ayton, and Kevin Durant.
Chris Paul.
The only thing that I'm saying is because since it worked on the Warriors, you had 2 mega superstars scoring people, and it worked on the Warriors. I guess it can work on the Suns. It's just kind of awkward.
So who do y'all think? Listen, who do y'all think had the best?
One thing I've known about Chris Paul in his 18 years, 19 years, Chris Paul makes every team around him a little bit better when he got some weapons.
He does.
He got one of the weapons.
But Chris Paul
still ain't winning.
Chris Paul also
still ain't
has
winning.
gone. He's going to be a notorious injury-prone player.
He's going to get second round, fall out.
Hammy.
But that's what I'm saying. You still got KD, AD.
But then even if you think of that,
by himself,
KD,
you got a team over there.
KD injury prone as well.
Devin Booker now is too.
Devin Booker, TJ Warren can't stay healthy.
Just came back from
injury. Eight don't know what
they all just came back from injury.
What type of
You had the Lakers with all the retirees. Now you got all the injuries on the damn Phoenix Suns. So, but now, who y'all think won the trade? Who y'all think won this?
He made a good
crazy
point with the Lakers. Lakers.
Say Lakers, Nets.
The Lakers won.
Nets, Bucks.
Oh yeah, the Nets. Yeah, the Nets.
Oh, if Jay Crowder come back and actually play this year.
Oh, he gonna play. He gonna play. Trust him.
Come on, man. Like they just stacked up their defense a lot more
Robert
too.
Covington. I mean, not Robert Covington. You can replace Wesley Matthews in your starting lineup.
When
just fucking Connaughton in your starting lineup.
When you look at the big moves, the Lakers, because the Lakers just added youth, size and length, and shooters. You got D'Lo, you got Rui. You already added Rui, and then you got what's the other shooter? Malik Beasley.
Mo Bamba.
So you got them. Then you got a tall dude, Mo Bamba, that can shoot, and then Vanderbilt. You can throw him at that 4 and let him go. LeBron, you ain't got to worry about that no more.
He got starting
anybody.
He a starter too, for real. Like
me,
he not gonna be starting on the Lakers, but he a starter too. Like
now,
they got a lot of talent.
In the midst of that, you gave up a triple-double machine, and
it wasn't
gave
working.
up. But still, you knew any night he could get you that because he was still getting triple-doubles and double-doubles. You knew the threat that he was. And then you gave up defense in Patrick Beverly. So they got to find a way to get that.
They played that man. That's just dirty.
Yeah,
they disrespected that man. Go on to the Magic with all them young guards. Like, they disrespected that man dirty. He talking about some, I appreciate y'all. Man, he should have been cussing them out like it ain't no time. I felt that, Patrick. We come from the same cloth right now. Yep. How you gonna sit up there and let them disrespect you? That is total.
I know. Hey, when he seen Russell Westbrook out the door, he said, now we can get to it. Now we can get to it.
Nah, did y'all see? Because he was posted like, me and D-Lo back. We reunited.
And I was thinking of that. I'm like, they got chemistry. Him, D-Lo, and Vanderbilt. And then they said,
well, they was on the same team for 30
Russell,
minutes.
The bus still outside. They said, no, not Russell. They said, hey, Pat, the bus outside waiting on you too.
Right. Go.
You too.
They played that, man. They was on the same team for 30 minutes.
You got to think, with the Nets,
the Nets basically
getting Kyrie and Kevin Durant for a D'Lo trade, for when they traded away D'Lo, and they only traded away D'Lo and sent a pick when they got Kyrie.
Yeah.
And, KD. Hey, when you send them back out, you end with 5 first-round picks, 4 second-round picks. Dinwiddie still got Cam on the team. You get pieces back. So I think
the Nets is nice still.
So I think on the West, you got the Lakers. On the East, you got the Nets because they got defense. You got Mikal Bridges, and then he already sees what it's like to take 20 shots a game. Because there was no D Booker. So you got Mikal Bridges, you got Cam Johnson. Like I said, I barely see the kid miss a damn shot. And then you got the other pieces.
Shooters,
Spencer Dinwiddie already there. Cam Thomas giving you 120 points over 3 games. And then once the other players came, and then you still got Dorian Finney-Smith.
They deep.
They deep, and they got a bunch of defensive players.
Nets can play Simmons, 10 people.
Dorian Finney-Smith, Mikal Bridges. Bro.
They can play 10 people in rotation.
Yeah,
Nick
if they sit there, they just make sure the coach got to know what he's doing because he can run them to
this
death.
When you gonna see
run them into the ground. You can run all them other teams.
Their best offense is going to be their defense. Their best offense is going to be,
and they shouldn't be tired because you got 10 to 11 people that can play the ball.
Pay attention.
They got
that can give you 30 minutes. They got all shooters, 10 of them.
They got defenders. And what I'm gonna tell you, but the team I feel like that didn't make a lot of moves. Made a simple move, and if it goes through, it's big. Is the Warriors getting Gary Payton? That's big.
Gary Payton, yeah.
That is big. So when you talk about you got DiVincenzo defense, and you got Gary Payton, another perimeter defender, and they both could shoot, they both could finish. Don't let them boys be on the court at the same time.
We'll let y'all know on the next time.
On me, that trade talk. Hey, y'all, let's get real.
You patch shit up with God, cause we gon' bless you. Let it burn, you gon' get it back. These just my confession. Stay in traffic, can't get picked off like no shit and duck. Keep one in the tuck. Wife be mad, but bet she still gon' fuck. Don't speak